What is down, everybody? It's your main course, Little Pancake. Welcome back to another video. Today, we are talking about Pringles. Pringles. Compressed potato dough. Where's my mustache? I don't know. I lost it. Anyway, Pringles. Today, yes, Pringles. What is a Pringle? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's not Kris Kringle. Yeah, I kind of rhyme sometimes. It's no big deal. Let's talk about Pringles. Pringles are an American stackable potato chip. You know what a Pringle is, right? It was invented in 1968 by Procter and Gamble. Big company. They got a lot of stuff going for them. I'm a little sick, so sorry if you hear that in my voice, but we try our best. The production of the Pringle actually started 12 years before it was invented in 1956, where a Procter & Gamble chemist named Frederick J. Bauer. They asked him, they were like, hey man, make a new potato chip. We need something new. Because there were complaints about stale, greasy chips in bags full of air. And they were like, hey man, we need to innovate. We need to make a change in this constricted market of potato chippery. And so he spent 2 years on this project, and he came up with the can design, the tube can, and he came up with the hyperbolic paraboloid shape of the chip, the saddle-like shape. But in the end, he couldn't do it. He couldn't follow through. He was pulled from the project because he could not figure out how to make it taste good. He made the chip, but it wasn't good, and he couldn't get the formula. He couldn't get the recipe down. So years later, Alexander Liepa took what our boy Frederick made and perfected the taste, and the Pringle was born. The first can was sold in Indiana in 1968. By 1975, most of the United States, most of the grocery stores in the United States had them. And by 1991, they had gone international, worldwide. Once they figured out like what they were gonna do, they needed a machine to do it. So an engineer and a Korean War veteran named Gene Wolfe created the machine. He was a mechanical engineer. He made the machine. He was like, heck yeah, guys. And then he decided to write fantasy novels. That's what he spent the rest of his life doing. Once he retired as an engineer, he became a writer. And he was a good one. Another thing, you make a product, you need a mascot for the product. You know the Pringles mascot, the little guy with the mustache. So this was developed by Louis R. Dixon. Maybe Lewis, I don't know. And it has since been altered a fair amount from its original creation. It's kind of just gone from what he made to a more minimalist kind of approach. I like the old one better, but who am I? Who am I but a man without a plan? I have no plan for anything. What's the final step in all creation? It is naming the product. We've got the packaging, we've got the mascot, we've got the taste, we've got the product, but it needs a name. So they named it Pringle. But where did this come from? No one knows exactly. There's lots of theories. One being that it is named after Mark Pringle, who is he has the patent for the method and apparatus for processing potatoes, which that's a problem. That makes a little sense, right? Another theory is that 2 employees that were in the marketing team lived on Pringle Drive, and maybe that had something to do with it, perhaps. And then there is also 2 more. Some say that it was simply chosen at random out of a phone book. They just looked, pop, Mr. Pringle. And then some say that it was just chosen out of a hat. They wrote some names down and Aha, Pringles. But the mystery still stands. It lasts. So, the name was Pringles Newfangled Potato Chip. That was its name. That's what its title was in 1968. And they got in trouble because everybody went, it's not a chip. Because it's potato-based dough. It's not a sliced potato that's fried. Somewhat reasonable claim. All right. So the FDA said, we're on your side. Not Pringles' side. We're on the other side. And they said, you can't use the word chip. You can use the word crisp. And they just went, all right, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to say Pringles. And everyone's going to know because we're baller. We're cool. And then they went on to sell Pringles in over 140 countries by 2011. It's not still owned by Procter & Gamble. All right. It got sold. So in 2011, they tried to sell Pringles to Diamond Foods, based out of California, but the deal fell through. They were like, I don't know what happened, but we can't take Pringles. We can't do it. Unacceptable. So Kellogg's jumped in. They were like, whoa, hey. And in 2012, so a year after that deal fell through, Kellogg's finalized the deal, and they obtained Pringles. And this purchase made Kellogg's the second largest snack brand. By 2015, there were 5 Pringles factories in the world. One in Tennessee, one in Belgium, one in Malaysia, one in Poland, and one in China. They're doing pretty good. Now, you've probably thought before, like, what is a Pringle? Like, what is it? What is this ungodly mass of salt and potato feeling? Well, it's about 42% potato. And it also has other ingredients which make it a dough, which are like wheat and starch flours. And then you got vegetable oils to fry it. You got salt and you got seasoning and flavors, And speaking of flavors, there's a lot of flavors. There have been, through the years, over 100 Pringles flavors, including the 2 we are going to try today. Mexican street corn, also known as elote. And we have chili cheese fries, also known as chili cheese fries. Pringles also had non-potato chips. They had tortilla Pringles, multi-grain Pringles, corn Pringles, and rice Pringles throughout their years. Now let's get into some controversy, a recall. Everyone's got a recall at some point. What was Pringles? Well, the fateful month of March 2010. Tragedy swept the nation when the cheeseburger and taco night flavors were recalled due to salmonella found in a factory that produced the hydrolyzed vegetable protein that was used in these flavors. It's a rough day for me, personally. I was 6. I was still 5. I hadn't turned 6 yet. And the cheeseburger and the taco night flavors were unbelievable. Alright, so now let's get into some fun facts. Let's end it off with some fun facts before I try these new flavors. I don't know how new they are, to be honest. They're new to me. So I mentioned previously the mascot. This guy right here, Pringle. So his name was unknown for a very long time. So much so that a internet troll, an internet fella, created a fake Wikipedia insert that placed the name of this guy as Julius. And a lot of people believed it. There were even news reports on it. Like, people reported that in news. They're like, oh my god, Pringles update. And it wasn't real. Kellogg kind of went with it, right? They're like, you know what, this is fun. Let's feed the fire. So in 2013, they officially named him Julius Pringles. So that's our boy, Julius, not Caesar. Don't confuse the two. Very different impacts on history. Now, another thing that this is actually a recent event is that Pringles has done a collab with Morning Star Farms, and they have Pringle coated chicken fingers. If you want to get your hands on some of those. Not an advertisement, but they do have that now. So interesting concept, interesting collab for sure. It takes about 3 to 4 potatoes to make a can of Pringles. So this has about 3 to 4 potatoes in it. So that's pretty nifty. And that's pretty nice, you know. And also, about 2/3 of Pringles sales doesn't come from the US, which is interesting. Because you would think like that would be their main seller. But no. You thought wrong, you freaking dummy. You freaking loser. And now, the last fact of this video, perhaps the most interesting, is that previously mentioned Frederick J. Bauer was buried in a Pringles can. One of his requests, because remember, he came up with the Pringle can. Like, he came up with the can design and the shape of a Pringle. And one of his requests upon death was that his remains be put in a Pringles can. So, that they were. He got cremated, and they put some of it in the Pringles can and buried it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Who wants to try some Pringles, now that we know all about them? I've always been a fan of Pringles, personally. I don't know if I'd say they're like my favorite chip. They're a little odd, but I like Pringles. Alright, so we're going to go with the elote or Mexican street corn first. Strong smell of like sour cream, maybe some like chili, maybe some lime, like a chili lime and a sour cream type of smell. There it is. Looks like a Pringle with some dusting on it, some flavoring. Now, one of the great things about Pringles is that they fit your tongue very nicely. See? That's not great. That's not very good. Yeah. Gonna be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of that. Very sour creamy. I don't like that very much. It's very sour creamy. I don't know, maybe it's the corn flavor. There's hints of like almost meat. So I don't know what's up with that. Oh. That's what it is. It's not as much sour cream, it's blue cheese. There's blue cheese in here. I knew there was something throwing me off. Yeah. That's weird. It's not like terrible. It's okay. I definitely see how it could be enjoyed. I'm not loving it. It's not a ba-da-ba-ba-ba type of chip. It's okay. I give it like a 58. I give it 58. This is the one that I look forward to the most, is this chili cheese fries. Because I do quite like the chili cheese Fritos. They're very good. I like those. I'm not a big fan of chili, to be honest. Not a big bean guy. But I'm looking forward to this one. Let me cleanse my palate. Ooh, that smells woofy. Woohoo! That is kind of rank. Smells like Vienna sausages. That's what it smells like. Not a great smell to be hit with when you open some chips, I'll be honest. That smell is potent. I love cheese fries, by the way. Whoever started putting cheese on French fries can let me know, because I'll name my child after you. Very, very processed meat smelling. That is wild. That tastes just like freaking Vienna sausages on a cracker. I didn't know what Vienna sausage is, but yeah, this is a Vienna sausage. It tastes just like that. but like, and you usually eat that on a cracker. That's exactly what this tastes like. That's crazy. That's actually like when I say it tastes exactly like that, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not getting any cheese. I'm not getting any chili. I'm not getting any French fries. I'm getting a Vienna sausage. What the heck, Pringle? This is disappointing. I had high hopes for these. I really did. Dang. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure where to go from here. My feelings are hurt. Shouldn't have gotten my expectations up. I know better than that. I'm gonna have to go low on this, man. I'm gonna have to go 52. It's not good. It's not. It's not banging. It's not bussing even. I'm disappointed. I think it score definitely got hurt by my disappointment. Now if those were Vienna sausage flavored, like 100, bro. No, not 100, because they don't taste that good. But 100 for replicacy. Like, those taste unbelievably like Vienna sausages. That's crazy. I stick to cheddar. Yeah, or barbecue. Barbecue Pringles go crazy. Yeah. Alright, well, that's all I got for you, really. Hope you all had a good time watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make someone else's day better. It's been really rainy here lately. And people get down when it's rainy, when it's cloudy all the time, no sunshine. So a little good deed, a little niceness can help you out. So I'd recommend it. It'll make you feel good. Making someone feel good makes you feel good. So have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see all of y'all later.